Hi everybody, I'm Tara from Crooked Row, and today I'm in the greenhouse. Actually, this is not a greenhouse. This is, we have no heat source in here to keep it an even temperature, which is really what a greenhouse is. This is really, I guess, like a cold frame, really. But so in that, there are seedlings that I have to have a constant temperature on. And so we don't have very much space. I say this all the time. We have 945 square feet and 6 people living in that. So we have no space. We have no basement. There's no root cellar. So getting a place to have seeds grow in that space is like next to impossible. Eventually, we hope to have a heating source out here to keep it a pretty even temperature. Nothing huge, but just you know, so it doesn't freeze in here. We had a great suggestion from someone to put in some of the chicken heaters. That's actually a really good idea. And we'll try that next winter. But we currently need, like, in my last video I planted some Lisianthus and some celery and some salvia, but the Lisianthus actually needs to stay at like an even 70-degree temperature and have light source. So I have to set up a makeshift grow room. Now, my makeshift grow room, I do this every year. I've just never videoed it before. So I'm gonna take you into the house and I'm gonna clean up that room, because that room is our laundry room and our furnace room and where we store things. And I mean, it doubles for many, many things. It's dirty right now because we actually had a flood in there from all the torrential raining from the past month. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna clean, show you the setup, and we'll go through how to actually set up a makeshift seed starting room. So let's go get started. Welcome to the scary dumping ground of all things in our home. It is dirty in here. My kids have thrown laundry in here. We have seed starting stuff, laundry stuff, a heater, water heater. Over here is the furnace, but it is just in need of a good cleaning. So no space can be wasted here. So I'm gonna get on it and get this all cleaned up. Okay, on this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tiered shelf, I've cleared off 2 in the middle. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hang 2 different types of lights to show you exactly how these can be hung. So I want you to look. I have these wood pieces which are way too big. I mean, you could just have little tiny wood pieces. And I put the screw hooks in them. And this is what I'm going to hang some shop lights on. And I've got 2 down here as well. So I have on the shop lights, let me show you. Okay, we have our first shop light here. And these shop lights have holes here. And you just they usually come with these chains and hooks. And you just take the hook and you hook it through. You can do it the other way too. Let me show you the other way. Won't come out now. There we go. You can do it this way as well, in the long side, and then it hooks through here like that. Okay, so there's one. I'm gonna do the other side. There's 2, okay? Now I'm going to hook these to my hooks right here and right here. I'm doing the back ones first, sorry. Here we go. Okay, so we have that end hooked, and then I hooked it over the top. And then how high, I gotta figure out how high I want it for my seedling trays. But you pull it up, and then you take this end, and you can just hook it around whatever you need to, really. But there's that side. Now I'm gonna do this side. And I could just hook it to one of the prongs up here, but because I'm gonna have trays up here, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna let it fall back through. Let's see how that looks. I feel like it's leaning more towards this side. So I'm gonna put this side up just a little bit more. That's good. Okay, so then I'll push these back so that they kind of stay in the center, or like the top portion. And plug those in to make sure they work. And I like to run them on the outside so that the cords are not in the way. Those work. I'm gonna set up the last one. So here you have it. This is 2 different ways to do a seed start setup. It's completely makeshift, and that's perfect for our house because everything has to be able to be disassembled and used for another purpose. So we just don't have room here. And I have also seen setups like this. If you live in an apartment, you can also do this. Not this per se, I mean you could in a spare bedroom, but there are people who take singular lights and put them right on their kitchen countertops. So now I'm gonna put in a heat mat because the seeds that I started a few days ago, they actually need it. So let me get to that. Well, there you have it. There is how I have a makeshift grow room every single year. I have done this for about 12 years now, and it works. I mean, I know that there are people who have, you know, specialty shelving that highes and lowers lights, and it's specialty spectrums on the lights and things like that. We've never really had enough money to spend $1,000 on a grow system, or in some cases $3,000. This shelf was my mom's when she lived at this farm, so it's definitely over 20 years old. And so the shop lights, these older style shop lights right here, those were, at the time, they were $10. I don't know how much they are now. These little LED lights that I installed today, those are only 15 bucks a piece, and there's no bulbs. And so with that and already having the shelving, I mean, it works like a charm. The heat mats are not necessary. If you have like for Lisianthus, you have to have a 70-degree temperature all the time. And it's slightly heated in here, but not enough for Lisianthus. So we have to put it on a heating mat. Most things don't need a heating mat if your room is warm. So that's just an extra thing that we did. It didn't cost very much money. At the time that we bought our heating mat, I think it was $25. So, and I have great big ones too. So this is a super simple setup, but it works. I have grown thousands and thousands of pounds out of this tiny room. And we'll be transferring things in the future to our greenhouse, but this works. It works. So try to start your own seeds. You can do it anywhere, an apartment, a suburb, a farm, anywhere. Starting your seeds is super fulfilling. You know exactly what has gone into them from beginning to end. You can tell what's healthy, what they need. It's just a really very fulfilling thing. And again, it's just in my little utility room that was gross and dirty before we cleaned it. So remember, if we can do a makeshift DIY seed starting room, anybody can. Thanks. Bye.